Hi everyone, welcome to DevOps Bunker. In this video, I am going to explain about GitHub Organization Settings. Here, there are a lot of organization settings are there. I am going to explain about only important ones. So let's start. So if you come to the GitHub settings here, so first thing we see is general. In the general section, generally we see about organization general settings here, like how we want to see the organization name. So you can display the mention the display name here. And also if you come to the little bit down, you can rename the organization and you can archive this organization. And also if you want to delete this organization, then also if you're admin of this organization, then you can do that. Only these settings will be seen by only organization admins, not by everyone. So in order to see that, you should have administrator access for this organization. Next one is billing and licensing. So here generally we will be able to see the billing related license related dashboards, like how much utilizing going on right now, and also usage. And if you want to set up the budgets and alerts also, you can do that. So here for now this is set up like this because this is a free version. If it is enterprise version, you should be having a lot of options here, like some budget also allocated here. So for if it is reaching 100% or 50%, then we should be able to notify if you set up in that way. Right now, this is a free version, so we can't do that. Here also we can see the payment information and licensing also. So next, coming to the organization roles. In the organization role section, if you come to role management, here there are already predefined roles are there. For example, if you want to provide access to any person that he wants to have write access for all the repositories, then you can provide this. But if you and also if you want to provide admin access for all repositories, then you can provide this one. And he wants to only manage CI/CD admin things like action policies, runner groups, network configuration. Then you can assign that role. So for that, and also we can create customization roles also here, but because of this free version you are not able to see that. If it is enterprise version, then you should be able to create custom roles as per your requirement. So we have roles here already. Okay, then where we can assign, let's see that. So role assignments. So here you can generally assign role to any user, and he should be part of this organization, definitely. Okay, so select user. I am selecting DevOps Bunker 2. Our team also you can select. If you want to provide admin or write access to the entire repositories, then you can provide to the team also. You can select that, and once that is done, here you can select. For example, you want to provide all repository admin to the team or member, so you can select it and save it. Then our team will be able to see all repositories and able to administrate them. Next one is repository roles. Here you also there are repository roles which you can assign it to the repository directly. Okay, for example, if you want to provide read access to that repository, you can provide, and write, maintain, admin also you can provide, so that users will be able to administrate that repository. Is members privileges. So these are some basic settings whenever you are creating a new repository. Okay, that how that should be created. Like you can now we whenever we create, we will be able to see only private repository creation here because public is not allowed in our case. And also allow users with the read access to create discussions and project based permissions. Project here will be selected role below. If you create admin, or whenever there is a project created, he will become, if you select write, then he will have write access. If you select admin access, then he will have admin access. Pages creation. Members will be able to push sites with only selected access controls. If you select public, then he will be able to push to public sites publicly. App access request. Whenever user request for app access or other third-party application access, so we can allow them to do that. Only members and outside collaborators can do that, or members only can do that. Something like that. We can restrict them. GitHub Apps. Allow repository admins to install GitHub Apps for their repository. If you allow it, then repository admin can generally install it themselves. But if not, then that should come to the organization admin. Then we will approve that request. Admin repository permission, repository visibility change. Allow members to change repository visibility for this organization. So here now we are allowing members to change repository visibilities for this organization. If we disable it, then admin has to do that. Repository deletion and transfer. Yes, if you allow it, then they will be able to do it. Otherwise, we have to do it. So this is members privileges. Next one is moderation, blocked users. If you want to block any users to access the repositories, then you can add the members here. So they will not be able to access the repository. So here, like who should act as a moderators? If you add the members or team, they will be acting as a moderators, and they can see this option and they can manage this moderation option here in the settings section. Next one is repository and general. So here some basic level repository settings are there, like how you want to, if you want to set up a default branch, and you can change it here at organization level, create a new label. You can do that from here. That will be displayed across organization. So next one is Codespaces. Codespaces is a feature in GitHub. So if any user wants to access or use this feature, then we have to provide access from this place. So if you want to enable for all member, or only if you want to enable for specific members or teams, then you can do it from here. So next one is planning. This is basically related to projects in the sense project board. That is where we can track our issues, our sprint plannings and all we can track, like how we do it in Azure boards. So here we can enable for projects for this organization, allow members to change project you can control this project related settings here. A small request, please subscribe to the channel if you like the content. It really encourages me to make more videos and courses like this. Now coming back to the video, and next one is issue types. So issue types are generally we see as a bug feature and tasks, and if you have any other type, then you can create a new type of issue also. Right now these are default issues, I guess. So next one is Copilot. So whenever you want to provide access to the GitHub Copilot, if it is enterprise version, then you should be able to opt for this Copilot thing, and you can manage the settings from here. For example, if you want to provide any GitHub Copilot license to the users, then you can come to the Copilot section and you can provide the access. So here next one is coding agent. Basically here we can control the Copilot coding agent settings, like which one you want to use. If you want to allow Claude coding agent, Codex, these are basically third party agents. If you want to use them in your Copilot, then you can enable it. Next one is actions. This is the place where we can control the GitHub action related settings. Okay, if you want to allow all actions and reusable workflows, this means if you, for example, if you created one GitHub actions and create it, and other people want to use that GitHub action, then if you enable this one, this will be allowed within the organization. So here allow DevOps bunker actions and reusable. Okay, here only restricting to the DevOps bunker. Whatever we created in this organization, DevOps bunker organization and reusable workflows, they can use it in the DevOps bunker organization. So this is also something like that. And there are some more settings here. Here, this is important thing actually. Workflow permissions. Okay, by default, there is a GitHub underscore token will be there. Whenever you are using that, by default, this token will not be able to access the GitHub packages. Okay, so in order to do that, whenever you want to push the package or access the package, then you have to use this, make sure this is enabled for your repository level or organization level. If this is not enabled at organization level, then you have to enable it at repository level. Then only your workflow will be able to access the GitHub packages. So by default, this GitHub token will not have access to GitHub packages. So if you select, then your workflow will not be able to access. Okay, that's why we have to make sure we selected this one. Next one is runners. Here there are two types of runners are here. One is GitHub hosted runner and another one is self-hosted runner. So for example, if you want to create a self-hosted runner, then you have to create a new self-hosted runner. So we have to configure this in our own machine or container, something like that. So if you want to, if you are configuring on Windows, then you have to go through these steps, download this package and configure this, run this one. So if you are doing it on Linux, then you can follow the same procedure also here, which is displaying here. Next one is runner groups. Here, for example, if you want to group the runners, for example, you have 5 runners and you want to group them, then here we will create a group and we will add all these runners to these groups. Or whenever you want to create a new group, new runner, then you will be attaching that runner to this group. So in this way, we will be able to identify like which runner is belong to which team. So this is also necessary one when you are working with the organization like 1,000 and 2,000 people. Next one is webhook. So webhook allow you to connect to third party applications to notify them. So here you can configure webhook. For example, if you want to connect with the teams, right, then you can connect to the teams, and whenever we get something happens here in the GitHub, then we will be notified in the Teams or Outlook, and also any third-party applications are there, then we can also connect to them. So basically, this will help us to send the notifications to the third-party tools. So next one is packages. Here we see package-related permissions. If you want, this is a deleted packages section. For example, if you deleted something under GitHub packages, so but if you want to restore it because of some issues, you can restore. You can come here and restore this package. Authentication security. Here, actually, we are forcing users to use the two-factor authentication. If you enable this one, entire organization users are forced to use this two-factor authentication. And if you don't want that and you only allow for certain people, you can also do that. Next one is secrets and variables. Here, this is the place where we create secrets and variables for organization level. So here, create a new organization secret. Here, create a new organization variable. So if you create here, then entire your organization will be able to access. And also we have some access level also. If you want to create for Codespace also, if you want to create any token secrets and variables, then you can do it for Codespace, depend about private registries. And next one is GitHub Apps. Okay, if you want to create any GitHub apps or install it, then you can request that request to install that GitHub application. Then that application request approval request will be come to organization admin and will be listed here. So we come here and generally install that application. Before the installation, we will also review the access and any potential issues. All those things are done, then we will approve that request. So next one is OAuth policy. So here generally, if you want to connect to the third-party tools, and okay, now we are working with the Azure Web App Services, and we want to access that Azure Web Apps. So before that, we have to they will install the GitHub app, third-party app, and that third-party app will be come here. Once we approve that, then they will be able to configure that application in their workflow. So that's how they will enable the connection between third-party tools and the GitHub. Here, personal access token settings are there. So this is how you want to create your personal access tokens and what are the settings you have to allow them. So you can restrict and allow for Pioneer tokens and normal classic tokens also. You can restrict them basically. Here logs also there. This is also very important thing. Come to audit log. Here if any event happens, right, GitHub will log the event in this audit logs. So this will be very helpful when you are working, because a lot of people, a lot of things will change, and sometimes we don't know what happened. Suddenly access revokes, and who did that, and all the things will be available here. This will be really helpful to troubleshoot. Next one is deleted repositories. Okay, if you deleted any repository already, so you'll be able to recover them here. If you delete it, that is recoverable. Developer settings. So if you want to develop any third-party application, you can do that from here. And also this is also if you want to create any GitHub custom app, you can do that and request it for the approval. Yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope this video really helps you to learn the GitHub organization settings. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, which will encourage me to make more content.